Welcome to Auntie Chats and Tarot. Hey, welcome in. Thank you to all who have supported this channel. I really appreciate it. Let's remember, not everything is going to resonate here. We'll take what does, leave the rest. You'll know. It may register later or resonate later, but if it's not for you, leave it for somebody else. And take what helps you to help yourself. Here we go. Messages today for our collective. Something is collecting dust. And I'm hearing the question, is that you? Okay. Four of Wands. Oh, it's like good times are needed. That's not been on the agenda for a while. The agenda for good times is collecting dust. Some of you feel like you have to hold back because there are certain people that are the quote-unquote leaders of the group that need to approve this or okay it or something. And I feel like, part of the lesson is just do what you want to do. And then, invite them if you feel like you want to or not. But nobody is the sole leader here, something like that. Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, whoever's acting like that, like you, they need you to have approval from them to do anything. In an adult setting with adults, let's say, they need to get grounded and get a little ego shock or something. Some sort of shock to the system regarding their enormous ego, something like that. And this exercise is maybe to help them see that. I mean, I don't really feel like that's the main point so much as if it's something you want to do it, plan it, you make it happen. Nine of Wands. Let the chips fall where they may there regarding their emotions. And maybe just silence is the way to handle them, if they feel like they have to say something to the group about how they are the sole leader. Because it's just silly. Let them just sit in their silly, look as silly as they always are, something like that. Yeah. This could even be a marriage, a wedding that you're planning. That someone's trying to tell you how to do, but it's your wedding. No. All I see is they exhaust you. This is your time. Either speak your truth or just by actions, let them know. This is my time. This is my function. These are my plans. Join if you can, if not, that's fine too. Sort of attitude. Magician, Two of Wands. This is a big wish of yours. You had two in particular you wanted to come in. This is one of them. You want something else to come in. Maybe that this person just takes a seat. Let's see if that's it. Maybe just that this person takes a seat and gets an energy check-in. Oh, okay. Yeah. For sure, this person has been a burden to you for a significant amount of time. With a Ten of Wands out here, Five of Cups, you regret this. You regret that the energy is this way, that the relationship has gone this way. I think you'd very much like them to be a part of this function, but they're the type that make everything about them. So this is very heartfelt, your regret. I feel it now. What's the advice here, Spirit? They say something like, they're the grounded ones and you have your head in the clouds. So you need them. But the truth is that they have an unrealistic sense of self, and you're the grounded one. That's what I see here. You're the grounded one. You're the beauty. That may bother them too. Ten of Cups. Yeah, I feel kind of lightheaded here. They really just wear you out. This is your happily ever after. To have this big celebration, I believe for many of you it'd be wedding in nature. And to have them just not necessarily know their place. That's not the phrase I want to use here, but it is know their place. And something about them doing the music. Maybe they're a good musician and you would like them to know that that is the part that they can excel in, but that it's your day, it's your show, it's your time. So you are giving them time to shine, but they just are takeover types, maybe, is their nature. They always say you're two peas in a pod. This could be a friend. You're two peas in a pod, but in reality, even when you were young, they knew you were special, and what do I want to say? They were different. They always felt like they didn't measure up. That's where a lot of this angst is coming from, Seven of Swords. So to always say that you were two peas in a pod and so similar was their wish. It wasn't the truth. And maybe all along you've known that too, and you give them some sort of leeway here. You were always the standout, is what I meant to say here. Judgment. But they have been very judgy about this because it's an internal wound for them. Advice is to know this is going on behind the scenes, which I feel like you do, or you've had an inkling of it by hearing it. It's not a surprise to you. The Ten of Pentacles, yeah. Another nod to, and the Three of Swords here, another nod to even you getting married is a hit to their ego here. And you're marrying into some money, so that's also something that seems to be bothering them. This situation that you're marrying into transforms your life in a big way. They're worried they're going to be left behind, and they're also very jealous of this. Two of Swords, they're trying to block this. Yeah, that's why they're taking up issue. They just don't want to see this. They don't want to see that they're going to lose you, but mostly they don't want to see that you're going to really come into your own here and really get what you're deserving of, because you've always been the shining star, and they've always been kind of bitter and maybe trying to stand in the way of your shine. They're also really looking their age, and you are not. You're shining. Shining and youthful, Page of Swords, but that's just what's on the inside. I'm asked to say, I'm told to say, I should say. They're looking old is just their inner jealousy coming out on the outside, and your beauty and shine and happiness, and how you've been inclusive and caring of others genuinely is what's on your outside. So you're just very shiny still and youthful looking, but it's what's on the inside that's made the difference there on what's on the outside. Wow, a lot of cards. Yeah, you also speak the truth here. They speak a lot of gibberish, lies, illusions. Yeah, they're very defensive. I feel like, yeah, and right as I say that, we're looking at the Seven of Wands. That's very apparent in that card. They're very defensive about this new love of yours. They always have been. They don't want to see it with the Moon, the Ace of Cups out here, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Star. Yeah, again, you're the Star, the Nine of Pentacles. This has been, as we discussed, a big wish of yours that's come in. The advice seems to be, as we started out with, I'd love if you join us for this celebration. And I have in mind that this is your section. Maybe they play the piano or violin or cello, I'm hearing. Or they somehow are in charge of the music afterwards, reception area or something like that, something to do with music. And then they step back and they let you have your day. And I don't even like the term let you have your day. You just have your day. They don't let you do anything anymore. You just step in to what's always been you. And for you. Six of Swords, yeah. They've even created choppy waters here with your relationship as you've gotten to know this person that you have now decided to marry, because they were always trying to get in the way of that actually happening. This is a nightmare for them, so... But I see that it goes off without a hitch, and it may go off without them. It moves quickly now, yeah, because you've made some peace with this. This is your foundation, and you do have an attitude of you can join us or not. Eight of Wands, two cards here with a Chariot, Four of Pentacles, about how this moves quickly now. And it moves quickly because you've just decided, hey, I've said my piece here, join us or don't. And here's your role. And yes, it is up to me. Which is excellent. You found your strength here. It's too bad I feel like you've had to handle this in such a manner, but like I said, I think you've come to peace with it. The Queen of Wands, the Seven of Cups, they've always thought you were the one that had all the options. They never said anything about this. I think they actually, like I said, tried to stand in your way a lot of times. But you've had good fortune on your side just because you're a naturally good person. They also think that that's, unfair, but it's not unfair. It's just how you are. It's just how you are as a person, and you get back what you put out there. And that's exactly what they're experiencing too. You're very grounded. Remember, they think they're the grounded ones. They're very delusional about self. We've covered that as well. Stay grounded on this. It's easy to be, caught up in this and how unfair this has been, something like that, but just don't. Just don't go there. King of Pentacles, you've found your match. This is your focus now, is this relationship. They can be included. You've been more than generous here, I feel, or not. This type of attitude sets you free, has set you free. You feel like this as well. And I think maybe even your soon-to-be spouse has helped you with this new attitude. Yeah, Hierophant. Definitely something about a marriage going on here. And there was a time with the Six of Wands sideways that you placed too much importance on them being happy at your wedding. And now it's just like, yeah, it's a feeling of, I'll be happy either way. It's up to you if you're included or not. But it's going to be a grantastic day for me, whether you're there or not. Yeah. New beginning for you. Absolutely. A lot of opportunity here with this. We see this with this group you're marrying into. A lot of opportunity. And I feel like the divine wants this for you, has always wanted this for you. What does this person do here? They're quick to talk. Ace of Swords, which would be talking. They're going to speak the truth. That doesn't seem like them. What is this person going to do? What's the Ace of Swords out here? Maybe harsh, what they say. Queen of Cups. They're going to speak the truth and be sweet. Didn't see that coming. Let's see. Am I reading this right? They might be doing this because they see the money opportunity, or they think there's some sort of monetary opportunity for them here. Keep that in mind. What is the Ace of Swords to the Queen of Cups here? Knight of Cups. The energy here that is surprising even me is that they're going to come at this knowing that this is a once-in-a-lifetime relationship they have with you. They're going to sincerely come at you with a cup of love. They're going to be sweet, know their place, and embrace the truth here. After a period of stirring up trouble. Strength. This is going to take a lot of strength on their part, but also it's your strength that has somehow opened their eyes to, when we talked about them having to get, in tune with their ego, check their ego at the door. Justice. Good cards coming out here. For them learning a lesson, learning about themselves, being more open to changes here. With the relationship and themselves. The Empress. They've seen your worth something, or like they've always seen it. So it's now a matter of, speaking the truth. The justice is to just say, yeah, you've always been this Empress. I've always wanted to be it. You've always been it. I'm asking why the change of heart here. Yeah, the truth, definitely with the Tower here, the Page of Swords, the truth really bulldozes them. I think maybe just your attitude of join or not, either or, really threw them for a loop. You're not going to invest in them anymore like you have, and they know that. So they're going to do whatever they can to keep you in their life with the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. Because they know life doesn't blossom without you, something like that. Reality check. They're in lack without you, and so they don't want to go that route. 5 of Pentacles out here. Okay, so we did say that the monetary might motivate them, but I do see some sincere feelings here, and I feel like you feel that way too. That you sense some sincere feelings, and you also sense that some incredible monetary that you're walking into, success here, also motivates them. 4 of Cups in the reverse. Finally seeing you, finally giving you the credit you have always deserved, something like that. We've had a lot of reads like that lately. Giving people the credit they deserve. King of Swords. Yeah, they could definitely be strategizing here and saying that, you know, they've seen the light and they're after the monetary that is going to be you now. But also, I think they're pretty sharp and smart, and I would say that the King of Swords does have certainly some sincerity there that we need to acknowledge as well. Yeah, they know this is your big thing. This has always been your big thing, is to be married to, you know, someone that's, and I see someone really good coming in that's worthy of you. They tried to definitely get in the way of this, and you know this too. Maybe that's been part of the conversations. They tried to make this out to be not as big a deal as it has turned out to be. They tried to get you to sleep on this. Maybe they told you some tales about the soon-to-be spouse of yours, you know. But you stayed in balance, and you could see their pain in your joy, which is kind of sad. But let's see, you're also still, you know, very caring of this relationship as well. So you move forward with that, yeah. And mostly, like I said, you have your eye on the prize here that you've waited a long time for and are deserving of. Let's grab an oracle. Final messages here. The fates. It's fated to be with this person. It's fated that they become the important relationship in your life. You've wanted it. We talk about the big wishes throughout this reading. You've wanted this for a long time. This enables you to do a lot too. There's something about the monetary that enables you to do a lot that you've been wanting to do. Yeah, the milk and honey is there for sure. The monetary is definitely there. Anything else from this deck? No. And there'll be some mending here with your relationship. There is some hope to have a happy connection again with them, but they need to do a lot of, like I said, ego work. This is pushing them to do that. As is your abundance. Like, that keeps coming up. So, you know this about them. They are sincere as well as motivated by some sort of monetary benefits you're going to have. Yeah. You'll be very discerning with this moving forward, this relationship. Let's grab a charm. You're a standout. We've talked about it. The peacock is a perfect way to end this. They tried to turn you upside down on that and not believe in self, and you never gave up. You just knew it was there. You knew what was destined for you. You knew what was meant for you, and you're walking right into that now. That is your message. Please do like, share, subscribe, comment. It helps the channel. It helps me reach other people. It helps the channel to grow. And if you feel inclined, please do utilize the link below for Buy Me a Coffee. Until next time, let's remember who we are, and let's remember our self-worth. Thanks for joining me.